own little spin to things throughout the week. But we have had a lot of fun, and you're going to hear this morning songs that the children have learned, stories they've heard, science experiments that we have tried out. Have they all worked? Most of the time. And I just want to take a minute to introduce a few people. So this week, this summer, we are very fortunate at St. David's to have Ali Chapman working with us, Ali can stand up, as our program coordinator of all our summer programs. Ashton Hansen is also working with us as camp counselor and helping with all the programs. We've had volunteers this week. We have Owen McDonald at the back in the sound booth. He's helping all week long. We have Kate here in the front row. Kate Erb has been helping as well. We have Peyton McCullough who's been helping. We have Mary McPherson who's been helping. And we also have Maddie and Mason and Victoria who are here today helping. And we appreciate all the help because we could never do this with just one or two of us. It takes many hands, doesn't it? And we are very grateful and thankful to Christopher for helping us with our music all week. And we have, we think, a little treat for everybody this morning as we guide you through what our week has been like. Are we ready to start?
No, we're not.
We're not ready to start yet?
Stretch that out a little bit.
Stretch that out? Okay, I can talk longer. So this summer, we have something going on at St. David's called Takeout Church, and we have Flat Jesus. We had these that we rolled out a few weeks ago. Some of the children were asking this week what this was all about. So we're saying we're trying to instill in people to say that Jesus goes with us everywhere we are, no matter where we are. If we're on vacation, Jesus is still part of us. So we have started something on our Facebook page and on our website of a hashtag Flat Jesus. And we are trying to track the adventures of where Flat Jesus is this summer. We have so far found Flat Jesus in Boston. We've had Flat Jesus in Halifax. We've had Flat Jesus at the football field. We have Flat Jesus at the beach. Flat Jesus came to the youth group's barbecue the other night. And all of these are being tagged and posted on our Facebook page. So we're hoping by the end of the summer, we'll be able to see everywhere that Jesus has been, which means everywhere that our congregation and our children involved in programs has been for the summer. It's a way to remember that even if we're on vacation and we're away from our regular routines, that we can carry Jesus with us and that we have that little part of our faith, and our faith continues to grow. So if anybody here would like to have a Flat Jesus to take with you on your summer adventures, we can make sure you have one. It's something that has been a big hit with the kids, with the teens, and actually with a lot of the senior members of our congregation. They're having a lot of fun coloring their Flat Jesus and taking him on their journeys. So it's great to see everywhere that our congregation goes and our friends and families go throughout the summer. Are we set now?
Right.
Yes, and we have a few pictures on the screen throughout the week that you'll be able to see different things that the children have done and been involved in. And I will say, it's been a great week. The kids have all been very well behaved. And I think we've learned a lot, don't you think? You think we've learned a lot? Yes, I think so. All right.
The first day we came to Vacation Bible School, we learned about what friendship means. The first story that Grampy K read to us was Toy Story. We learned about how we friends will do a lot to help each other, just like how Woody helped Buzz to escape Sid's house.
For science, we watched as water was poured from one cup to another, traveling down a string and not spilling. We talked about how the water was words and actions that we do for one another and how it can fill someone up with joy.
The Bible story was for friends. The story was about how a group of friends decided to take their friend who couldn't walk to see Jesus. Cut a hole through the roof.
Perfect. Thank you, Charlotte. And what did you learn from that? You guys know? There's always a way to help your friends. Before we start our next song, I'm going to say we had the best storyteller for the week, didn't we? Did we have somebody fantastic to read our stories? Yeah. Grampy K was with us this week. He's hiding over on the side. And Grampy K is the caretaker of our building, but he is a caretaker of many more things than just this building. And he is the best storyteller, and we are so fortunate because this is year what? How many years have I had you read stories? You don't know? A long time. Charlotte says a long time, yes. And I have to share a story about yesterday. So yesterday, Allie was upstairs doing some work, and she knew Grampy K was in the building, and all of a sudden she could hear screaming. And she thought, oh no, what happened? She goes flying down to find out where John is, and he's like, I'm just practicing my story for today. And this morning, we heard it, because all of a sudden, I had stepped out of the gym for a minute, I hear this, ah! And I thought, wow. And he does put a lot into his storytelling. Thank you for being with us for the week and sharing the wonderful stories that you read.
The second day story. On the second day that Grampy K read was the story about how Dora was playing a game of hide and seek with her friends. She couldn't remember that she was it. After a few moments of confusion, she found herself in a cave. Luckily, all her friends showed up to figure the game out. This story taught us about it is important to help your friends in need.
We made a big bubble snake for science by covering a water bottle with a cloth and dipping it in the soapy water and then blowing through the other end. This taught us about how in friendships, at first it can look like there is nothing. With time, it slowly grows just like the bubble snake.
The third day, we read Cars and how we can help each other when we are scared.
On the second day, we read the story about Mary and how her friends helped Jesus to spread the word of God. So what did we learn from that story? Do you guys remember? That's right. No one needs to be very We watched Allie put pencils through a plastic bag filled with water over Owen's head. He had to trust her so that he wouldn't get wet. Even though there was signs that he might get soaked, he only got a few drops of water on his head. This shows that we should trust one another in a friendship so that it has a chance to grow.
The Bible story that we read was about the Good Samaritan. In this story, there was a man in need, and no one was stopping to help him.
The man had to leave, so he paid the innkeeper to take care of the hurt man until he got back, and then the man went back to become back.
And what did the religion say was a nice gift to give someone? A dirty glove. Why a dirty glove?
So you aren't afraid. So people know that you aren't afraid to get your hands dirty.
I think I'll elaborate on that a little, Allie. People are probably wondering why I'm showing the kids dirty gloves. However, I read the story of the Good Samaritan, and I brought 3 things with me. And I had, what were the 3 things I had? What was the tip? What was one of the things? I had a dirty glove. What else did I have? Sophia? Roses and a heart. So I talked to them, when they see a rose, what do they think of? A lot of them thought of Valentine's Day and love and Mother's Day and unicorns, yes. And so with the heart and the roses, they thought of love. So we talked about how you can show love to people. So then I had a bag of soil and a glove, and I did get the glove dirty. And I showed them that that is also a symbol of love, because when you think of the three people, the priest walked by, he didn't stop. The second person walked by, he didn't stop. The third person stopped, and he wasn't scared to get down and to help the person. So he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. He didn't know what situation he was going to find. He wasn't afraid, and that was a true act of love. So if any of you get a dirty glove for Valentine's Day or for Christmas or your birthday or Mother's Day, it is true love, right? It's love, yes. And we talked about the fact it's the thought that counts, right? It's the thought, exactly.
So just before we sing our last song, I just wanted to say thank you again for coming and bringing your children. I think we had an awesome week at VBS this year. Do you guys think so? Yeah. Okay, I was hoping they'd say that. And I also want to thank Alicia, because she's just always your favorite. That's even better. Okay. I just want to thank Alicia. She's been such a help this week. I mean, she's always a help. She's such a big part of this community and this church, and it's so amazing. I also just wanted to let you know that we have some more camps coming up, because, gotta make sure you let everyone know that this is happening again. So in a couple weeks, we have a Draw With Me camp. This is a camp for young children if they don't know how to do basic shapes or draw very simple drawings. We're gonna help them out with that. We'll do like swing sets, little pictures that they can draw at craft time at wherever they're going next year. We also have our Disney Adventure Camp, which is in 3 weeks. This is a full day camp for 5 days. It's gonna be super awesome, and I hope a lot of you show up. It's gonna be a lot of fun, lots of crafts and snacks and science experiments. Then after that week, we're also doing a Disney-themed another vacation Bible school, because we had such a great turnout this week. That's the 3rd week in July, so that'll be super fun. And then another Think, Dream, Create camp. So this is a 1-day morning class where we're gonna learn how to do a painting all together, and that'll be a lot of fun. And snacks included in all those camps. So yes, I just want to say thank you again for coming. I think we had a really great week, and thank you to all of our helpers who came, and Christopher and Grampy K for scaring me yesterday. That was wonderful. And so I hope you enjoy our last song.
So thank you to all of you. What a choir you are. Amazing voices, right? Yes. If any of you videoed any of the full songs and want to send them to me, we were thinking we may use those as special music throughout the summer from time to time on a Sunday morning. Just play the video. Just wanted to add one thing that Allie mentioned about the Disney camp. It is a full day camp, but half days are also an option. So if anybody wants to come just the morning, that's an option as well. Before you leave today, Allie, do you want to come over and Ashton and maybe give them their buckets? So part of what we were doing this week, talking about friendship, we made little buckets, and their buckets were filled with kind words, and we're going to give each of them their bucket and a little bag to take with them, and the information for the camps is in the bags.